Rufus, but it was a bee. It was a bee. I don't like nature. My skin look pretty, so I'm gonna stay right here until I can. But if that bee come, I'm gone. Hey everybody, thank you for checking out this video. It's your girl LB. I'm coming to you live from New Orleans, Louisiana in City Park today. It is a beautiful day today and I am out and about. I cannot miss the weather, okay? So, and then I kept getting interrupted. Every time I sat down in my little spot to make a video, people kept calling me and asking me questions and doing all kinds of stuff, child. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna come out here and make this video because I had to get out here and talk about this fantabulous, spectacular movie called The Harder They Fall that Netflix dropped on Wednesday. I can't even tell you. I can't even make you understand how excited and proud I am of this movie. It don't make no sense. So thank you to all my new subscribers. I have so many new subscribers, bro. It's amazing. Definitely want to thank y'all so much for that. Okay, y'all. So here's the tea. So The Harder They Fall dropped on Netflix on Wednesday and I watched it immediately. Do you hear me? I finished with work at 3:45. By 3:47, it was queued up and ready to go. Oh, my finger was in the video. I don't remember whether or not I saw something that I enjoyed in 2020 because 2020 was a hot mess and I don't remember much from it. I'm blocking it from my mind, okay? But 2021, hands down, The Harder They Fall is my favorite movie. I have watched it non-stop. No lies, since it came out Wednesday. It's Saturday here and I think it's like 2 o'clock. I watched it right before I came and left my house. I have not watched anything else since. I'm obsessed with it. Every time I watch it, I find something new. If you haven't watched it, you slipping. I don't know what to... God, cute. It's so cute. It's so cute. So let's get into this movie. Let's get into this review. I'm definitely about to spoil it. So if you have not seen it, watch my video. Let me spoil it for you. So what's really important and a really good takeaway for this movie is for you to remember that these people existed. They say that in the beginning of the video, off top, straight out the gate, these people exist, which is another part of the reason why the video took so long for me to come to drop, because I kept researching the people. I researched the people like all night, the first night. And then I kept finding stuff to dig in and find out about, because it infuriates me, to be quite honest, that I have to find out about these people that are historical figures in my community in this way, right? So, you know, I ain't gonna get on my soapbox, child. Oh, they had this man watching me, child, and he drinking a beer in his car. Should I move? Yep, we moving. Cast was incredibly stacked, and when I tell you, every single person in this movie understood their assignment and acted their ass off. It didn't make no sense for everybody to be on their A game that way. Okay, so when the movie opens, right, we see a mother and a father and their son. They sitting down for dinner in the Wild Wild West, child. They a cute little lady. Oh, DeWanda Wise is the mama and Michael Beach is the daddy, and I love them both. DeWanda Wise is who I want for Storm, okay? If they ever give me a live action Storm need her own movie. First of all, baby, I don't have time for her to be sharing the stage. So when we see the mama and the daddy and the son, they sitting down for dinner and they saying their prayers, and they hear like some little rustling outside, and they're like, oh Lord, who is that? I don't know who that is. So they go to the door and the daddy immediately knows who it is. It's Rufus Buck. Rufus Buck comes in, he sits down at the table. Four seconds later, the wife dead, okay? The daddy was begging for her life. Fell on deaf ears, baby. The wife was executed by Rufus Buck, who, you know, we don't know nothing about him at the time because it's like 2 minutes into the movie. Next, the dad is gunned down and the son is being held down by a man with a scorpion on his hand, like a tattoo of a scorpion on his hand, and they cut the little boy's forehead, right? So the next scene we see is Nat Love, the little boy who, you know, is a grown man now and he's an outlaw himself. He's in a church and he runs across a preacher, right? And the preacher's crooked because he's like, yeah, you got my money. What happened to the Lord, sir? So he turns out that that's the man with the scorpion on his hand that held down Nat when he was a baby, right? So Nat takes him out the game. There's the priest whose church it is, right? He's sitting in you heard the beat? That's the man who was the reason why I had to get up off my comfy ass bench. And now he blowing his horn at me. I got my gun though, baby. Don't you worry about it. She's straight. I got my gun and my taser. I could make the guns go bang, actually. Because anyway, the priest of the church, who is actually his church, right? Nat tells him, say, bro, go ahead and collect his body and turn it in because it's worth $5,000. You can go ahead and get that for your church. And the priest was like, well, why you not taking him in if he worth $5,000. And that was like, because I'm worth 10.
Because I'm worth 10? What?
So first of all, the first 4 minutes of the movie, they came in so hot. Okay, the coldest 4 minutes of the movie of a movie I've seen in a long ass time. Cause I can make the guns go bang, and that was the song that played next, like a Kid Cudi Jay-Z song. Let me tell you something. The music in this movie co-starred in the movie. They doubled down on the music, baby. I'm gonna put in a little clip right here. I was at work watching, you know, getting my work done, but the movie was on in the background, and I was jigging at my desk. You get it, Lauren, get it. Get it, Lauren, get it. Oh, come on. Hey, ho, come on. Get it, come, get it, go. The music was so good, and it fit perfectly with what was going on at the time. Okay, so we see, you know, after that, we see that, you know, Nat is rolling into town. First of all, Johnathan made us. Call me, baby. I know you from Texas, right? And that's right next door. That's really not even long distance. Really just a hop skip. It don't make no sense for you to be that fine, sir. When Johnathan Majors rode in on that horse into that town with Barrington Levy in the background, baby, I was about to be like, I don't even know what I was about to be, child, but I was about to be something. Anyway, so he rolls into town and he going to see about his old lady. His old lady is Stagecoach Mary, played by Zazie Beetz, baby. Zazie Beetz played the hell out of Stagecoach Mary. She played her so cold, like a hard, not cold, but like hard, if that makes sense. I don't even know if that does make sense, but you're gonna have to see it to know what I'm talking about. If she could say and communicate with 2 words, she ain't about to use 4. Zazie, call me, girl, we'll get drinks. So Rufus Buck is played by Idris Elba. Next in command is Regina King. His gang is comprised of a bunch of people, but we really get to see Regina King. She is Treacherous Trudy, and then Lakeith Stanfield is Cherokee Bill. Okay, both of them were actual people. Rufus Buck was the actual person as well. Rufus Buck is in prison and he is on a train, so they're gonna hijack the train and bust him out of the train, right? So this scene is amazing, and it was a fantastic callback to Malcolm X. So Trudy and the gang are like up high on a mountain, and they are watching the train, kind of peeping the scene, trying to get, you know, they trying to get their little lives together to get their homeboy off the train, right? And so Regina King hits him with the "no one man should have all that power" finger point from Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? Like the, you know, like, listen to me. Regina King is parked on the train with a horse, standing there like, what the fuck you not about to do is hit me with this train. They stop the train and they get on the train, and they basically get to the car that Rufus Buck is in, which is guarded by some soldiers, right? And so the interaction between Regina King and Lakeith Stanfield and the soldiers is so good, y'all. It's very, very funny, and like, it's not very funny, but it's like, I was laughing at it because I don't know why these people continue to play with Trudy like that. I don't know why they didn't understand that she wasn't there to play with them. It's like, read the room, Lieutenant. They, you know, get Rufus Buck out of the cell that he's in on the train. And what's really cool about that scene was, hey, how you doing? It was when he gets out of his cell on the train, right? He takes this breath, and the breath like shifts the entire cabin, right? It was like an effect that they did, and it just made us know that he's powerful. He don't have to do too much to get some real shit done, right? He says, who can drive a train, right? And the little boy who they done shot up and tore up and tortured basically was like, I can, right? And then he says, everybody but him. And the gang proceeds to kill everybody on the train except for the little boy, right? But the way that they did it, they was shooting left, right, front, center, up, down, and all over the place, and he ain't get hit once. What I thought was really cool about Rufus Buck and his gang is the fact that they are very like regimented. They are like a military unit, and they communicate with no words. They like move in one solid unit, and it basically is the opposite of what Nat Love and his gang, how they move. Because Nat Love and his gang, they together and they connected, but not in a formal way. Rufus is free now, and he goes to Redwood. Is that the name of the place? I forgot my little list again because I'm in the park because it's such a nice day. The town that he had left in the charge of Wiley Esco, played by Dion Cole. Dion Cole, did. I'm so proud of you, Dion. Listen, you did so well. I was so proud of this movie. This movie was giving me like real Black Panther, like pride vibes. Like I wasn't dressing up in no goddamn Spurs and shit, right? Because obviously it was at my house and it wasn't that same kind of vibe, but the same kind of pride is definitely all up in this chest cavity, baby. They did so well, and I'm so Idris, listen, you and your wife call me, baby. I'll make y'all some gumbo and stuff because it's getting a little cold outside. Call me because I'm just so happy for y'all and so proud of you. So we see that Rufus and his gang, listen, we got to go see Wiley. We got to get some tea. The interaction between Rufus Buck and Wiley Esco was great. Buck beat shit out of Wiley Esco and sent his ass packing, baby, and took over that town and was like, I'm gonna go ahead and do it myself. Rufus Buck and Nat Love are both out and about at the same damn time. Nat knows that Rufus is the one who killed his mother and father and cut his forehead up with the scar on it, and so Nat is trying to go and handle his business, baby. It's a conversation they need to have that don't involve no words. So Mary's like, listen, everybody knows that I'm buying up saloons. I'm gonna go in town and I'm gonna ride in there and make Rufus an offer on his saloon, right? And so Nat is like, that's not smart. But Mary is like, I'm going to do it, so shut up about it. So she goes into town, and her and Trudy, Mary and Trudy, interact. I really like their interaction. Trudy don't take no shit. Mary don't take no shit. I really love them two together. So Trudy goes in to take Mary to see Rufus. When Mary goes into the saloon, she finds that what she thought was a low-down, desolate, need help saloon is actually damn near probably better than her saloon, right? And they got this blue lady with no clothes on, baby, looking real cute, doing some choreography. Mary is like, well, goddamn, this kind of puts a little hitch in my giddy up. But Mary gets captured, and because Nat knows his old lady and she was supposed to be back by now, she ain't come back, and so he knows that she has been captured. So now Nat got to go in there and get her. So Nat rides into town, baby. And oh, I forgot to tell you, so Bass Reeves also is connected with Nat because he wants to bring down Rufus, but it was a bee. It was a bee. I don't like nature. So now he goes into town. It's like, where my old lady at? Where Mary at? Mary gets captured, Nat gets captured, right? And so Rufus is like, listen, Nat, I know you done took my money. Bring me my coins back by Friday. If you don't bring them coins back,
I'm killing you and him.
I'm just gonna tear it down. So you know not to play with me. So Nat has to rob this bank, right, in Maysville. Maysville is an all-white town. The reason they have to go to this town is because all the black banks ain't got 25 stacks, right? That's what Rufus wants. $25,000, and if Nat doesn't get it, he's gonna kill Mary. So they go to the white town called Maysville. Y'all, when they get to Maysville, everything is literally white. Like the buildings are white, the dirt is white, the grass is white, the barrels are white, the horses are white, the carriages are white, the people are white. Everything is literally white in this town. And I thought it was really, really cool because in Redwood, I think is it Redwood or Redsville? Child, I can't remember, child. Hey, thank you. And so she, you know, they get to the bank, and they had Cuffy in a dress. Cuffy is Mary's like partner, right? Cuffy presents as a man. People think she's just a tiny man, child. And so she puts on a dress and goes into this bank. They rob the bank, they get the cash, and they leave, and they are, you know, ready to go get married. So they get the cash, and they're like, well, shit, we just gonna give it to them? They devise a plan, child. This is when it get hot. This is when it get good, okay? So they going back to the town where Rufus and Trudy are to go and get married. So Bass Reeves, the legendary Bass Reeves, now I did know about Bass Reeves. He's been working with Nat and his gang to bring down Rufus Buck. So they use Bass Reeves and Nat to go into the town and to create a diversion, right? So Puffy brings in the money on a wagon, and it's, you know, fitted with dynamite, right? Because we got a plan. They're gonna make the guns go bang, okay? When they get to the town, Cherokee Bill is there, and then Buckworth is there. So remember I told you Buckworth is like the sharpshooter, the quick shooter, the pew pew kind of dude. And every time he is wanting to, you know, display his quick shooting skills, people are like, yeah, you quick, all right, whatever, but Cherokee Bill is quicker. And so he been trying to get Cherokee Bill to like have a shootout with him, right? And so Beckworth is like, listen, we're gonna go at the count of 5, right? Beckworth pull out a bullet with Cherokee's name on it because he been trying to lay his ass out. Okay, so Beckworth is he's counting, and Cherokee Bill coward ass shoots him in the face in the middle of the countdown. Now, one thing I don't know too much about westerns, I don't know too much about the Wild West, but one thing I know for sure: you don't shoot a man in his back, and you don't cheat the count. Goddamn, and he cheated the count, and he killed Beckworth, right? And so everybody saw this. This was in the middle of the town. Hey, how you doing? So this is in the middle of the town, right? And everybody saw it. So at this point, and they start shooting, right? Everybody's shooting. Bill Pickett is up high shooting. Nat is on the ground shooting. Bass Reeves is shooting. Cherokee Bill shooting. Trudy shooting. Everybody's shooting, okay? It's going down. When he gets shot in his face, Nat holler, blow that bitch, Bill. And Bill is up high and he shoots the money that's in the carriage that's full of dynamite. The money blows up. Everybody's shooting. I'm scared for my own self sitting in my living room, child, because everybody out here getting shot. So, oh, that's cute. Why he gotta, all right then, I guess. Now we getting ready to get the showdowns that we've been waiting for the entire movie, right? So Trudy is out there shooting, and because of the commotion, Mary gets free. Mary was locked, tied up or whatever, so she gets free and she immediately goes after Trudy. But before she does that, they have this really cool scene with Nat and Stagecoach Mary going back to back, shoot 'em up, bang bang kind of style. But Trudy and Mary have their showdown, baby. They have a showdown in this like textile factory, and it has beautifully dyed fabrics in it. And the baby, they play Fela Kuti during the fight, and it just had me pumped up. I was trying to get in there and throw a couple blows myself. They trying to stab each other, they were shooting each other, they was throwing dye in each other's eyes. So that goes on, and we get the big showdown between Nat and Rufus. Now Rufus is in the house and everything's kind of settled down because Nat and his gang done took out everybody, all the people, okay, and Bass Reeves too. So Nat goes in the house to find Rufus. Now, when he gets in the house, Rufus is sitting down at a desk, and Nat tells Rufus to pick up his gun. Rufus is like not doing it. He's sitting down, buku chill. Now, through this whole movie, Rufus ain't said too much. You feel me? He ain't do too much. He ain't moving quick. He ain't hollering. He not raising his voice. He moving real slow and deliberate, doing the same thing at this point. So, and he starts to talk about his childhood, and Rufus tells Nat that his father, he used to beat his mother, and he used to beat him, right? And so he said that one day he tried to defend his mama, and that the daddy started beating on Rufus, right? And so the mama picks up a piece of glass to, get the daddy off of Rufus, and the daddy turned around and ended up killing Rufus's mother. The daddy stole all their shit and left town, right? And left Rufus with the body of his mother. And he said he never really saw him again. And he searched all his life to try to find his daddy because he was going to blow his brains out, right? As well he should, right? So Rufus finally found his daddy. His daddy was a preacher with a lovely wife and a son who was about 10 years old, which was the same age that Rufus was when his daddy killed his mama and left him with the body of his mother. Who you think the daddy was? Who you think it was? They brothers, y'all. They brothers. Blow me down and knock me down with a feather. Rufus's daddy left him and got right with the Lord, child, and put a little collar on and got him a pretty little wife in DeWanda Wise and had him a fine ass little child. No, not a fine child. That's not what I wanted to say. Had him a child who grew up to be a fine ass man, Nat Love. They brothers. And I thought that Bass Reeves was gonna set them both up and just take them both out the gang. So Nat is like, shut your ass up, because you lying. Okay, my daddy was a good man. And it just goes to show you how much people can change. Jeymes Samuel, Jimmy, my man, you directed the shit out of this movie, sir. I ain't gonna hold you. This movie was fantastic. So they, Nat ends up taking Rufus out the game. He kills Rufus, and he is, that's kind of where we end the movie. But we see that Bass Reeves has given Cuffy like a deputy sheriff's like badge, like they gonna ride off and they gonna do things together, because Cuffy, she be rolling. Okay, Cuffy wasn't nothing to be played with. and then we see Mary and Nat are riding off together, but we see that they have buried Buckworth and they have buried Bill Pickett, and they had a grave for Nat Love because he wants to start over. So he was just gonna try to go do his thing with Mary, right? Because he had proposed to her during the movie as well. And what I really loves about the movie too was something I picked up, and I could just be reading into it, but I really don't think that I am. But in this movie, the women didn't need the men. The men needed the women. Rufus couldn't do it without Trudy. You understand? Nat was head over heels for Mary. Like, he couldn't function if she was in the room. You understand? So I really thought that was a really cool aspect of the movie, and I'm really glad that they put that in. I'm giving this movie a 743 out of 10. Baby, I'm giving it 45 thumbs up. You understand? I'm giving it 45-minute standing ovation. Everybody in this movie brought their A game. Every single person. I'm talking about the set designers. I'm talking about the costume people. I'm talking about the hair people. I'm talking about whoever designed that goddamn leather shawl that Nat was wearing when he rode into town. Baby, tell me where I could purchase. You understand? Because I wear that thing 2 times on a Sunday, baby, if it's cold outside. You know? Ooh, let me get in my car. Wait a minute. Woo! Child. You got to move quick because them cars be coming, child. Anyway, so listen. Thank y'all for watching this video. I appreciate it. I hope this comes out, you know, normal, because I'm outside today. And I don't know how I look because I got my sunglasses on. So yeah, thank y'all for watching this video. I'm about to go get some food because I'm definitely hungry. And y'all have a great day. Bye.